Now the quality of these mattresses leave a lot to be desired, but you can already tell that there's something else going on here. There's a dip that sort of leads all the way across here in the middle of the mattress. Let's see what's doing that. So right away we see two problems here that we need to try to fix. First is that there appears to be a distinct step up from the wall portion to the portion that would be underneath the pillows. So I measure that at about 3/4 of an inch. That tells me that the hinges at either end are mounted too low. Second thing that I notice is that this surface that folds down does not appear to be level. Now I know the trailer is level, and I've put a spirit level here just to check. We can clearly see that the bubble is all the way to one side. This is not level, and even if I lean my weight on the end of the fold down wall, I can't really move the bubble. So clearly we need to fix that. Now raising those hinges to fix the step at the back there will somewhat help that, but we have to determine, is that going to be enough to flatten this out and make this bed feel like a flat surface. So what we really need here is the big level. There's a 4-foot level, and it will reach the distance that we needed to reach from front to back. This is what we want to be level. So I can see here that this is still not level. And even if I put all of my weight on the end of this, it's still not level. So that tells me I have to lift that end up. So I have a scrap piece of 1/2-inch plywood to start with to see if that's going to be enough. I'm going to set that up on the edge of that and see what that does. So I have my weight on the bed here, but you can see that's much better. We're getting close. Without weight, it's off center, and with weight, with all my weight, it's in the center. So let's try 3/4 inch. So with the 3/4 inch piece of wood there, what I get here, without putting any weight on the wall surface, it's obviously not level. If I put all my weight on this surface, it tips it slightly the other way. So in my estimation, this is about the right amount of height. With some weight on here, it will be perfectly level. So this means I have to do two things. I have to cut a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood to fill and raise that up by 3/4 of an inch. And then secondly, I have to lift these hinges to remove the step here and bring it up to the top there. We measured 3/4 of an inch before, and now we've added 3/4, so that's a total raising of these hinges by 1.5 inches. I'll also check the measurement on the other side, because it looks like this hinge is already about 1/4 inch higher than the one on the left. So there are 3 screws in the top of these hinges here, but it turns out there's also one in the bottom. Now I'm not sure in which order this was put together or how they installed that screw, but the only way I can see to remove that bottom screw is from behind this wall when it's in the up position. So that's what we're going to do first, and then we'll do that on both sides, and then we'll come back and remove these top 3. From in here, now you can see we can get to 2 screws there. So I'm just going to remove that bottom one, and then we'll do that on both sides. Now that the screws are out and the hinge is loose, I'm going to put this level across here just as a guide, and I'm going to lift this up until we get to a point where I feel it's aligned. Then we're going to mark that point. Then we're going to drill our first pilot hole right there. and then using one screw, we're going to lift this into position, screw it in, and then drill the rest of our holes on this side. Okay, and do the same on the other side. So now's the moment of truth. And I can take my shorter level, put it right in the middle here, and we can see, as expected, the bubble's still slightly uphill, but with a slight bit of weight on the bed, it's perfectly level. Since we've adjusted those hinges upwards by about 1.5 inches, now we have to adjust this bracket. We'll have to raise up slightly higher. So let's see how it goes. You can see here we're low by about 1/2 inch. So I'll probably lift it up about 1 inch. Okay, now time to go and put those 2 screws in at the back. I don't have a piece of wood big enough to fill this entire area just yet, so I'm just going to use this piece of scrap that I have for now, just to test this, and when I get a chance to get another piece, I'll fill that in. So much more comfortable and flat.